What's up, Irish Nation? Steve Leslie, YSNLive.com, your home of the Ursuline Irish football team all season long. Week 7 here at the Golden Dawn. Another great crowd on hand. Cannot thank Johnny Naples and his staff for all they do every Tuesday night, getting food out and getting these customers served and supporting the Ursuline Irish. Proud to be joined again by Coach Reardon. Coach, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, great to be here.
I do this a lot, and a lot of situations when you get a big game like you played in against Chaney, things don't shape up from a fan's perspective or the hype of the week. That was one of the best football games I was ever called. That between the athlete, and we talked, the athletes on the field, the atmosphere. But I talked to you a little bit off air. I've called a lot of games. I called YSU in the Missouri Valley Conference, which is physical.
Yeah.
That's one of the most physical football games I've ever watched. Talk about that a little bit.
Very physical football game on both sides. I mean, I thought our guys were running around and hitting and tackling and finishing blocks and everything. And their guys, they have some really good guys on their defense. Hewlett and Waller. I mean, they're coming downhill and hitting our back and our quarterbacks and everything else. And I mean, just physical. And, hats off to them. We knew it was going to be a battle, and we spoke about that last week. And Seth does a great job over there. Very talented group, very well-coached group. And, it was a heck of a game. And they're in our region. Who knows? I mean, down the road, may get a sequel.
Yeah, it could be a sequel for sure. We'll get into that after you were able to watch it on film a little bit. What's some of the biggest takes you take away for your football team moving forward? And against another big game, St. V's Division II, 5-1, a good football team. What'd you take away from it?
Yeah, you watch a film the next day, and we always talk about with our kids and staff. It's never as good as you thought it was going to be. It's never as bad as you thought it was going to be, and it's the same thing. I mean, plays where things went wrong, usually it's just one little thing went wrong and they capitalize, or vice versa. Yeah, I think you're playing great and really, you missed 3 blocks and someone made a play or something like that. So it goes both ways, and there's always things to coach. We did some things really well, and and so did they. And that's what we saw in film. And just a really good football game, and 2 good football teams. And again, who knows?
Yeah.
A few weeks from now, maybe we're soon back up against each other.
No doubt. I go back and just after I got home and thought about it, Tyreek Dunlow, I thought he was huge with some pressures from the edge. That's not an easy quarterback in Jones to keep in there. Tyreek continues to get better and better every week. Talk about that for an edge rusher for you guys. But I go the linebackers I thought played phenomenal for you. I really did. I think those two, as young football players, have come in and done a great job. But
so just for the people watching, you're talking about John Frangos.
And Robraw. Yes.
John's a sophomore, Lorenzo's a junior, and both are playing good football for us, and both are physical football players, hard-nosed, tough football players, and they're I'm glad we have them for another year.
Sure,
one of them, and 2 years. The other one,
I don't think people shout out to both of those two. Yeah. Appreciate how good they're playing for the people that you play every day. I go back to Will Burney. It's always like he makes one or two of those big plays a game. The catch on the sidelines was unbelievable. To get his football. Yeah. That's one of the best catches, college, pro, and then he gets the big pick.
Yep.
Again, Manning has big plays. Christian Lynch obviously running the football. But again, I thought your O-line was fantastic at crunch time when they needed it. I thought JD did a great job, and you guys as an offensive staff to mix things up. They're just good in the back end. They're so good on the back end. But Jack made some big plays, running the football and throwing it. Again, he continues to progress. Talk about that a little bit.
So we were, as everybody saw, we were very selective about when and how we threw the ball. And that's out of respect for
absolutely
who they have in the back end. And, we knew we had to commit to running the football, and we did. And when you do that, obviously your offensive line has to play well and your running back has to play well. And, Jack had some runs at times where, you had a 4th down run. It was a 2-yard run, but it was a huge run. And, so we knew going in that if we were to win the game, that's
right.
what we had to do, and we were able to do that. So we had a huge positive play percentage, and we always talk about that. And that starts up front.
Yeah, it starts up for sure. Shout out to the big boys again.
Yep.
But you said it. Some of the best 2 and 3 yard runs in a high school football game where guys on both sides were hit on the line of scrimmage and fall forward for 2 and 3. Now we move on. First, how's last week you had an extra day. This week it shortens up a day. Talk about that a little bit. It's rough.
I think we're going to have some continuity here.
Yeah, we'll get the rest of the way.
Good.
Yeah,
which is good. But we're playing a big, talented physical football team, and St. V's always, they always have a good football team. They have a great tradition. They have a number of state championships, and just like we do. And anytime we get together, it's always a heck of a game. And I can go back to early in my career. There were a lot of good football games against St. V's, and we were fortunate we won most of them during that stretch. And, they have a little run going now, and we're trying to flip it this week.
Yeah, a little run going. Coach told me 2011. I want to say last time Ursuline's beaten St. V's in football. Need Irish Nation and that student body out Friday night at Stanball. We'll have it for you on YSN. The biggest key for you for this football team to continue on. I love talking with you because you don't look at anything else but the group that's in front of you.
Yep.
The biggest thing you want to see clean up going into this big game against St. V's.
So I don't know if there's just one thing. We always talk about unforced errors, and so that means, are we assignment sound? Are we aligning properly on defense? Are we gap sound? Are we coverage sound on the offensive side? Up front, there's so many different looks that an offensive line can see throughout the course of a game or the course of a season. This week's a little bit different because St. V's is relatively vanilla on defense.
Right.
They keep it simple and
right.
their kids play hard, and everybody knows exactly what their responsibility is, and they're really good because of that. That's a little different than some other weeks that we've had where everybody has 100 different blitzes and stunts and movements and everything. But we're always just talking about playing a clean game where our offensive line is sound, assignment
right.
sound. And, again, they've had a lot of reps, so they do a pretty good job of that. But no one's perfect.
You're still a high school kid, yes.
Yeah, we're always trying to clean it up. So, just controlling what we can control. And I know it's coach speak, but it's – coaches
That's
say
the truth.
it because it's the truth.
It's the truth. Absolutely. That's what I love about Coach Reardon. You're going to speak the truth, no doubt. And from all of us at YSN, we'll have the game for you Friday night, 7 o'clock on YSN. Richie Giuliano will have the call. Coach, appreciate you every week stopping in. It's a busy week, Tuesday night, right in the middle of the week of practice. Best of luck for you. Keep doing what you guys do. You're doing a great job, you and the staff. And let's go get St. V's Friday night.
Sounds great.
All right.